Criminal investigation is underway tonight into the death of Friends star Mathew Perry.
The investigators focusing on the amount of ketamine found in the actor's body, and they want to know where it came from.
A criminal investigation has opened up on Mathew Perry's death. This is pretty much a game changer, people. Let's get into it.
I say in the book that if I did die, it would shock people, but it wouldn't surprise anybody.
Shared just moments ago, I spoke with a retired DEA agent who told me this case could be very similar to the Michael Jackson death investigation. Now, if a doctor was prescribing ketamine outside the scope of what was medically necessary, he says the doctor could be charged in the case.
People are suffering out there, and maybe if they hear a story from somebody they've seen on TV that's worse than theirs or just the same as theirs, they'll be filled with hope. It was important to me to do something that would help people. Just the creative experience of being on Friends probably saved my life.
You hear that? That is her truth, Mr. I'll let you have her. I win, you suck, I rule all. Mini wave in celebration of me.
What's up, everybody? Right now I'm standing right across the street from where Mathew Perry passed away. Now, a lot of you are going to remember him as Chandler Bing in the hit sitcom Friends. Now, this is a neighborhood known as Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles. Now, there has been updates on Mathew Perry's death, and we're going to get into this because a lot has changed. Now, if you clicked on this video, you more than likely know that Mathew Perry died on October 28th, 2023. Now, he was found dead in the hot tub portion of his pool behind his house right here. Originally, the call was about a heart attack, but when they did the autopsy, the first autopsy came back as apparent drowning as being the main cause of his death. Now the autopsy is saying that he died from acute effect of ketamine, and the secondary cause of death was drowning. Now the acute effect of ketamine caused him to be overstimulated, which caused him to basically fall asleep, and then that's what caused him to drown. Because of the change of acute effect of ketamine being the main cause of his death, there has now been a criminal case open, an investigation to look deeper into this to see if they can find someone who was supplying him ketamine outside of the normal dose that he was already getting. Now, the investigation entails looking into contacts that he had on his phone, who he contacted recently before he passed away. They're also looking deeper into people who were associated with him around the time. So this is an ongoing investigation. There still has not been any kind of leadway as of yet, but ketamine itself is not a very dangerous drug unless you either mix it with other drugs that you're not supposed to mix it with, and or you take too much of it. Now, he was under the watchful eye of his doctor, and this is why people believe that he may have gotten extra ketamine from an outside source. I know a lot of you are heartbroken over Mathew Perry's death, as I am. I loved Friends. I thought Friends was such an incredibly entertaining, fun show to watch. And to see somebody that you loved so much in a TV show pass away like this, you know, if there is somebody outside of some outside source that may have been supplying him with more ketamine, you know, definitely this person should get in some kind of legal trouble, you know. So this investigation started about 3 days ago as the recording of this video, as I'm recording this now. And so I'm going to be continuously following this because hopefully if there's anywhere where justice can be brought upon something like this, definitely needs to happen. I'm going to keep following this, and I will do updates as much as I know as the investigation goes on. So obviously subscribe if you want more of this. But
well, the way that the cast of Friends helped me was they were understanding and they were patient, and it's like penguins. Penguins in nature, when one is sick or when one is very injured, the other penguins surround it and prop it up and walk around till that penguin can walk on its own.
It's really sad because not only was Mathew Perry a great actor, great comedic actor, but he really was helping out people who had drug issues. Now, obviously, Mathew Perry had some drug issues himself that he was going through. He was clean for many years, but before he became clean for a good few years, he even says that there's a large part of working on Friends, like a whole year or so, where he can't even remember. He was always so high, and so just sad that somebody who was trying to help other people in his situation out, and then this tragic thing happens. And as you can see, Pacific Palisade is a super bougie upper class neighborhood. Look at that. He for sure had an ocean view. So we're gonna move away from Mathew Perry's former home here, and we're gonna go check out where he's laid to rest. Let's go.
So I could handle it kind of when we started at 24, but by the time I was 34, I was, really entrenched in a lot of trouble. But there were years that I was sober during that time. And it's pretty interesting, season 9 was the year that I was sober the whole way through. And I would ask you to guess which season I got nominated for Best Actor. Season 9.
So now we're at the Forest Lawn Cemetery in Los Angeles, and this is where Mathew Perry is laid to rest. Now, there are many other stars. It's kind of a star-studded cemetery, and we'll be passing a few of those on the way. But right over here, I find pretty interesting that there's some new crypts being constructed or built right here, along with some of the big stars that have been buried here. Right behind me is Ronnie James Dio. He's also buried not too far away from Mathew Perry. Now, very close to Mathew Perry's gravesite is Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. And if you turn around from here, you'll see Sanctuary of Treasured Love, and that's where Mathew Perry is laid to rest. Now right here is where Mathew Perry is laid to rest. He still doesn't have a plaque. Sometimes it takes a while to get that plaque, so it could take years sometimes. But right here, between these two flowers. Now, because Mathew Perry doesn't have a plaque, he was born on August 19, 1969, and he passed away, as we talked about earlier, October 28th, 2023. Rest in peace, Mathew Perry. You are truly, truly missed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did a video around the time of Mathew passing. If you enjoyed this video that I'm talking about went over where he filmed Friends and kind of talked about his gravesite as well. If you want to check that video out, it's right over here. And if you want to see something else, check this video out right here. I'll see you over in any one of those videos. Take care, guys. Bye.